Clevitus, the strongest demon lord in the world, lived peacefully within his own territory. He had no interest in conquering lands or interfering with other races. But just like humans who endlessly seek to claim forests and resources, they eventually turned their greedy eyes toward his domain as well. When humans invaded his territory, Clevitus's patience finally shattered. Enraged, he slaughtered them all without mercy, sending their souls straight to the afterlife. And after that, he made a terrifying decision. He would wipe out the entire human race. However, during his march of destruction, something unexpected happened. A human mother, trembling and broken, fell to her knees and begged him to spare her son's life. Despite being a demon, Clevitus possessed an oddly compassionate heart. Against all logic and reason, he accepted her request. But this choice came with a condition. He would have to hide his identity and raise the child among humans. At the same time, a group of heroes ventured deep into a dense forest with the goal of slaying the demon lord. Each of them wielded powerful weapons known as relicaria, special arms far superior to anything humans could normally create. But the moment they reached the area, their driver was devoured by wild beasts. Shocked yet determined, the heroes fought back, defeating the monsters one by one as they advanced toward the beast's den. Along the way, they encountered a massive hydra. Stefan sliced through its heads with his blades, but even after being severed, one of the snake heads lunged toward him. At the last moment, Alicia drove her sword straight into the hydra's eye, saving Stefan's life. Everything had gone smoothly so far, almost too smoothly. With the weaker monsters already defeated, the group began searching for the Lord of the Southern region. At the center of the area, they finally found Clevitus standing before them. As if welcoming his introduction, he casually unleashed a glimpse of his overwhelming power. Yet despite witnessing this, their foolish leader believed they could still defeat him using their weapons. Empty speeches never saved anyone, and Clevitus proved that instantly by killing the leader first. Instead of retreating, the group's tank foolishly charged forward. Since he clearly wasn't using his brain, Clevitus simply separated it from his body. Only then did the remaining heroes realize they stood no chance. Alicia noticed too late that Clevitus was attacking from within their shadows. One by one, he slaughtered them all. An earth golem was summoned in desperation, but the ground itself was under Clevitus's control. He shattered it effortlessly with his tails. As he fought, Clevitus wondered how such weak humans had even managed to reach his territory. Soon, only Alicia remained. She narrowly dodged his attacks and managed to strike his horn, but all she left behind was a shallow scratch. To Clevitus, it was laughable. He had not harmed humans for 1,000 years, yet they still came after him. Determined to uncover the truth, he killed Alicia and headed straight for the human kingdom. Clevitus had no issue letting humans live until they crossed the line, and once you put your hand into a snake's nest, you must accept being bitten. Before dying, one of the heroes revealed that the kingdom of Hena had sent them. When Clevitus arrived at the kingdom, archers rained arrows upon him, but none could pierce his body. He destroyed homes as he marched toward the royal castle, ignoring all resistance. The king, already aware of the chaos, realized that their weapons were still far too weak. Knowing death was inevitable, he attempted to seal the flame of Hena so it would never be extinguished. Before he could finish, Clevitus burst through the castle roof. Declaring his intent to erase humans from the world, Clevitus demanded an explanation. Why attack him when he had done nothing? The king replied that a monster could never understand human ambition. For such a worthless answer, Clevitus beheaded him without hesitation. As he left to continue his genocide, the sound of a baby crying reached his ears. He tried to ignore it, but the child's injured mother called out to him from beneath the rubble, begging him to save her son. Clevitus reminded her that he was the one who destroyed everything and that he intended to kill all humans anyway. But she argued that a child should not be punished for the sins of adults. Though Clevitus claimed all humans were equal to him, he challenged her to prove the child was worth saving. She couldn't provide proof, but she said that if he saved the child, he would understand on his own. Moments later, she died. Clevitus walked away, uncertain. Yet compared to his long life, the child's existence was insignificant. Driven purely by curiosity, he returned and saved the baby. The world of Ethia is home to 5 humanoid races. The Duns are the most numerous, known for architecture and strategy, and they split the Dun plains into 2 major nations. The Sladen live near water and are famous hunters. The Benti resemble beasts, powerful individually but incapable of teamwork. The final human kingdom, Fine, is renowned for weapon crafting. Surrounding these lands is a dark border where countless beasts dwell, ruled by 4 beast lords, one of them being Clevitus. Clevitus brought the child into a cave. Monsters prepared to devour them, but he frightened them into submission. When the baby cried from hunger, Clevitus gave it a portion of his own energy. Conflicted and confused, the beast lord wondered if he was now cleaning up humanity's mess. To test the child, he placed it into a pit filled with spiders. The baby cried in terror, but the spiders merely consumed filth, cleaning the child instead of harming him. Seeing this, Clevitus lifted the baby once more, yet the crying did not stop. He starts thinking about throwing him down into the abyss, but he is a beast lord, so how could he go back on his decision? And to keep that child alive, he would need humans. So he returns to the place where he fought those heroes. After some time, Alicia regains consciousness and is completely confused because She clearly remembers dying. Then her eyes fall on Clav, and the moment she sees him, she reaches for her sword. But Clevitus tells her that he already threw all the weapons away, along with the bodies of her companions, and since she seemed useful to him, he revived her, telling her that she is a living corpse who can only move because his dark energy is flowing inside her. Now enough useless talk. Come on, give me milk. Alicia takes a moment, but then understands what he means. But since this was not a request, he starts forcing her a little. After a brief silence, he realizes it is not working at all, and Alicia tells him it was obvious. She has never been a mother. And more than that, she is confused why something like Clevitus would save a human child. But he has no time to explain things to humans. Since you can't give milk, you will have to be useful in some other way. I can give this child my energy so he won't die, but he will always remain hungry, so tell me, is there any other way to get milk? Alicia cannot disobey any of his commands, so she tells him they need to find a nursing mother for the child, but for that they must go to a human town, and if he goes there in this form, everyone will run away in fear. So Clevitus takes a human form, trying to resemble his mother's face as much as he remembers, takes a new name, Cran, names the child Luna, and tells Alicia to take him to the nearest village. On the way they stop and Alicia starts washing the child and his blanket, but on the blanket she notices the royal crest of Hayden while cleaning the child. Cran keeps complaining non-stop, making Alicia feel like she is his mother-in-law. On the other side, after the destruction of Hayden, news of this incident spreads nearby and a scout is sent to investigate. I can't believe a dark beast did all this. That's why I was against attacking the Beast Lord. And the timing of all this was so terrible, the very next day the crown princess was supposed to flee with her son. And remember I told you about the Duns having two kingdoms? One is Aslan and the other is Boliet. And now people from Boliet have arrived here. They know Aslan will arrive soon too because they also want the Eden family's secret weapon forging techniques. Meanwhile, Felicia asks Cran if he knew that Luna belongs to royalty, but he doesn't understand what she means, so she tells him that the blanket carries the royal family's crest, meaning only they are allowed to use it. And yes, the woman who gave me this was buried under the castle walls, but this doesn't change my plans. Castle walls? What do you mean by that? Oh, I didn't tell you Hayden is finished, completely wiped out. Alicia cannot believe that he destroyed an entire kingdom. Do I need to remind you that you attacked me first? Anyway, what difference does it make? But Alicia tells him it makes a huge difference because if everyone in Hayden is dead, then Luna is the last royal, which means many people will come after him. But why would people chase him? So Alicia explains that only members of Hayden's royal family can use that forging technique, which creates Hayden's weapons. But the moment she says this, a bell rings in her head. She has already given too much information. Until now, I hadn't thought what I would do with Luna, but I could make him the new king of humans and control everything from the shadows. And if humans get too noisy, I can erase them forever. But first, they still needed to find milk for Luna, so he tells Alicia to hurry. I don't know why he is worrying so much about this child, but if something happens to him, he might kill every human on this continent. So no matter what happens, I must keep this child safe. But suddenly someone attacks Cran, and as bodies fall all around, these people don't even realize what they've done. Now all of them are going to die, but then Cran falls down and blood starts flowing from his head, shocking Alicia. They don't like Alicia's scream, so they hit her on the head and knock her out as well. Later, Alicia wakes up inside a carriage where she sees Cran sitting calmly, and she is shocked that he hasn't killed anyone yet. As long as Luna is fine, I don't care. Tell me one thing, when you transform into a human, does your power decrease too? How did you fall so easily? I didn't know human heads were this fragile. Don't worry, it won't happen again. That's fine. But why are we still here until Luna becomes king? I have to live hidden among humans, and for that I need to understand them better. Can you tell me what's going on here? The people who kidnapped us are bandits who abduct people and sell them as slaves. They are stronger than normal humans, but completely rotten. You shouldn't judge all humans by looking at them. After that, they reach the bandits' base. Whereas people are being unloaded, one man tries to escape, but a bandit throws a knife and kills him on the spot, frightening everyone into silent obedience. Then, a woman calls out to Cran. Seeing the baby in his arms, she calls for Nell. But upon hearing her voice, Nell collapses in fear and starts apologizing while falling. The woman scolds Nell, but the moment she sees Luna, a strange light appears in her eyes. Meanwhile, Alicia is taken to Broko, their temporary boss since Jazek has gone into the dungeon, though none of the bandits are willing to call him boss. To put them in line, Roko brings a troll before them, shocking Alicia because trolls are extremely strong and not easy to train. He pulls out a bag of red stones and says they heard Hayden Kingdom sent heroes to kill Clevitus. None of them returned alive, and their kingdom was destroyed. From what we heard, you look like one of those heroes, and these stones aren't something you just find lying around. Alicia is shocked seeing her blade because red door weapons can only be made by Hayden's royal family. This blade is fake, but most people don't know the difference, so our business is going great, and now that the royal family is dead, real blades will never be made again. We can profit a lot from this. You're a hero, right? Where are the other heroes' weapons? They'll sell for a huge price, but Alicia tells them nothing, so he orders his men to torture her, extract the information, and then have fun with her. On the other side, Cran is working at a restaurant while Nell is feeding the baby, when a man suddenly starts shouting at her for beer, and when she goes to serve him, he kicks her. The people there are very happy seeing Cran silently doing whatever they say, later while bringing beer. Some people deliberately knock it down and drag him outside. Once they are satisfied, they leave, and after killing both of them, he cleans up their bodies as well. well. Then he goes back to Nell and tells her Luna is hungry again. When Cran asks further, she tells him she doesn't know her father and lived with her mother, but the same things kept happening to her, and now she doesn't even remember her mother's face. When she was 12, her mother disappeared. After that, all the abuse turned toward her, because of which many of her teeth broke, and she even became deaf in one ear. And after that, when she was assigned work, her life became a little easier. The bandits no longer troubled her much, and now her only job was to take care of children. But only mothers can give milk, right? So where is your child? Nell tells him that she also had a child, but the baby died the moment it was born. After that, she lost all will to live. But when she regained consciousness, there was a small baby drinking milk. After that, more babies started coming to her to be fed. And this is how she became a nursing mate. She could not save her own child, but she does not want to let any other child die of hunger. I don't trust humans much, but maybe I can trust you. Would you like to leave this place with me? Hearing this, Nell is shocked and a little happy too, but she reminds him that she is also a slave and asks how they could ever leave this place. Then she walks away. On the other side, Alicia is being taken by the bandits across a bridge, and below she sees a man who is also a slave. The bandits tell him that if he brings the weapon from the water, they will let him go. Holding on to that hope, he jumps into the water. Seeing this, Alicia starts screaming and tells him to come out quickly because, according to legends, the water is filled with monsters. But by then it is already too late. Within seconds, the monsters drag him out and tear him apart right in front of his wife. Seeing this, Alicia is devastated, but all the bandits are laughing. 300 years ago, monsters came here because of floods. The strongest hero of that generation came here to fight them, but even he could not defeat them. Back then they were on land, but now this place is filled with water and no one can defeat them. After that hero's battle, his weapon was left here, which is also called the Stream Splitter. The bandits tell her to move forward, but then more bandits appear on the other side. Among them, a deranged man jumps onto the bridge and comes near Alicia. Alicia gets furious and unwillingly thanks Clevitus for his debt, dislocates her shoulder and smashes his head with her shackles, then cuts the rope with his own blade and jumps down. Falling from such a height causes both Alicia and the bandit to die. Seeing Alicia dead, all the bandits panic because if the boss finds out, he will destroy them. But Alicia is still alive. Only because her body is broken, she cannot feel anything below her neck, and she has lost a huge amount of blood. Then suddenly her blood starts floating and a miniature version of Clevitus appears before her. Seeing him so small, Alicia is shocked. My size is this small because I manifested myself inside you using blood magic. It is this blood that is keeping your mortal body alive. If all your blood flows out, you will die. But don't worry, as long as you are useful to me, I will keep you alive. Alicia asks why he hasn't started healing her yet. Don't worry, I will heal you. But I have a question for you. I have found the perfect nurse for Luna. Nell is not treated well here, so I offered her a better life, but she still refused. I want to know why. It could be that Nell thinks you are also a slave and won't be able to keep your promise. And people like these never let anyone leave. And even if someone escapes, the bandits hunt them down and kill them. And since she has grown up here, she doesn't believe she can ever escape. What do you think I should do? I see only one good solution. Kill all the bandits here, then no one will be left to chase Nell. I cannot do that. If humans find out I am not in my territory, they will start invading my land. It would be better if you do it. Heroes like you kill bandits all the time. And before Alicia can say anything, he pours blood back into her body so she can regenerate. Meanwhile, when the bandits come down, they see Alicia's body twisting unnaturally like a zombie, her bones and tissues reattaching. The pain of it all is fully felt by Alicia. The bandits are confused, but as long as she is alive, they can force her to reveal the location of regalia, so one bandit goes to attack her. But Alicia easily beats him and snatches his sword. Seeing this, the other bandits panic and decide to attack her together. Don't worry, Alicia is the first human who managed to scratch me. Nothing will happen to her. On the other side, Nell returns to Carm, happy to see she is still fine. But even after being injured so badly, she looks quite cheerful. Nell says that Carm came here from outside, but she herself was born and raised here and has never seen the outside world, Carm tells her. She shouldn't say such things and starts suspecting that she wants to leave this place. Nell says that's not true. She was just wondering what life outside might be like because someone asked her today if she wanted to leave, but then Carm slaps her and tells her to stop dreaming. The bandits here see them as slaves, and once they are bored, they will kill anyone. So if they want to live, they must stick together. She shouldn't talk like that. But more than that, what made Carm angry was that before her, someone had asked a girl like Nell to leave. At that moment, Broko arrives, having heard everything. Seeing him, Carm panics. Broko came here to take Nell away. Carm tries to stop him but cannot say anything in front of the boss. After they leave, she is worried because apart from Nell, no one else can feed the children. Then Cran arrives from behind, and Carm tells him that he will not get milk anymore because Nell has made the mistake of dreaming of something that can never become real. What are you even trying to say? And when Carm looks into his eyes, she becomes frightened. On the other side, Roko is taking Nell to an underground place she has never seen before. Roko tells her that this used to be a large magic ore mine. Magic ore has many uses, such as the lamp they are using has crushed magic ore mixed into it along with insect oil. And before becoming a bandit, he spent a large part of his life researching magic ore. Then Broko turns the lamp off, and the place is completely swallowed by darkness. And when Broko turns the lamp back on, the same troll is standing right behind him. My experiments experiments were also about creating mixtures that could let me control beasts like Batty. That is how I became the leader here, and as a leader I cannot forgive what you said. At Broco's order, Batty starts chasing Nell, while Nell runs. She thinks that she wishes she had held that hand. Then she suddenly sees Luna in front of her and apologizes to her because she won't be able to feed her again, and then Batty completely eats her. Seeing this, Luna starts crying, but Cran explains to her that this is how the world works. He could have saved her if he wanted, but he doesn't want to take away someone's food. At the same time, he is confused seeing the troll because trolls never follow anyone's orders. Then Broco orders Batty to eat Cran as well, but seeing him, Batty completely freezes in fear and spits Nell back out. After that, Cran sends Luna and Nell away from there so that in her final moments she can be with something that gives her happiness. When Broco turns back, he is shocked to see that two people have disappeared. Broco thinks Cran used some kind of magic to do this, but Cran himself doesn't even know what magic is. Broco thinks he is just making excuses and shows him a drug made from magic ore, some herbs and parasites, which he uses to control the minds of trolls. And one day he wants to perfect it enough to control humans as well. He throws the drug into the fire, creating smoke, which brings Batty back under his control. And because it also reduces the ability to think, Alicia keeps sinking, and because she cannot die, the lack of air causes pain throughout her body. Her mind starts going numb and she can't see anything. But to reach that sword, she has to endure all of it. Then the barrel hits the ground, and right in front of her, she sees the sword. She moves toward the regalia because the moment she holds it, her power will multiply many times. But as she reaches it, the same monster opens its eyes, making her realize she is not at the bottom of a lake, but standing on top of a massive monster. Even then, Alicia tries to grab the regalia, but the monster opens its mouth and starts sucking in water, pulling Alicia into its mouth as well. Yet somehow she manages to grab the sword. Alicia uses the sword and in a single strike cuts through the monster's teeth and escapes from its mouth. She is badly injured, but this regalia's specialty is water, so she believes she can safely get out of here using it. During this, she wonders how that hero lost despite having such a powerful sword, and she realizes it must be because of this monster, an ancient beast she has only read about in stories. Beings that have lived for millions of years. Just as Alicia is about to reach the surface, smaller monsters attack her, but she slashes through them and reaches the water's surface. When the bandits see her alive, they are shocked, and in Alicia's hands they see that same regalia, but their shocks are not over yet because the monster comes out of the water and immediately starts eating all the nearby bandits. Somehow Alicia escapes from there, but she knows she cannot defeat an ancient beast. Then she realizes she is still in the bandit camp, and what happens to bandits means nothing to her. She is about to leave when the surviving bandits come before her and beg for help. How did you think I would save people like you? After saying this, she leaves, and the monster eats the remaining bandits as well. Alicia thinks these monsters live only in the water, so hopefully they won't come out. And Clevitus only told her to kill all the bandits, which technically she has done. After eating all the bandits, the monster returns back into the water. Then Cran starts talking to her. You struggled more than I expected. Hearing this, Alicia gets angry and asks why he didn't help her if he knew everything. Cran tells her that actually he is dealing with something he knows nothing about, and we see that he has killed Batty and is calling Alicia to him so he can teach her a lesson. Meanwhile, Rocco is terrified because Cran killed Batty without even touching him, but while running, he sees Luna in front of him. Alicia reaches Cran, but Cran tells her she is already too late. Then his eyes fall on her new sword. Seeing this, Alicia asks him not to take away the sword she fought so hard for, and Cran agrees. Cran then explains about the smoke, which does not affect normal animals or humans but works on dark beasts. Even he cannot smell properly, and his ears have been ringing for a while. He could destroy the entire cave by returning to his true form, but he doesn't want to because he doesn't know where Luna is. Cran tells Alicia to do something about the smoke, but she tells him she cannot use magic. Only a few people in the world can use magic, and even to use it, arcane stones are required. Hearing this, Cran again calls her useless, which makes her snap, and she says that among the heroes he killed, some of them could use magic, but Cran has already moved ahead, and even he feels that Luna must be dead by now. Alicia asks him what he will do if he finds Luna dead. The moment Luna dies, my interest in humanity will end, and I will have no reason to keep humans alive. Hearing this, Alicia's doubt turns into certainty, because the only way to keep humans safe is to keep Luna alive. Moving forward, they see blood trails, but Nell is not in a condition to even crawl, so someone must have dragged her away. On the other side, we see Rocco trying to escape, but Nell is holding onto his coat, and even after being kicked repeatedly, she doesn't let go, and he doesn't want to leave his coat either because it is very expensive, but he wants to take Luna away with him. Then we see a flashback scene. When he reached Luna, she suddenly started crying, causing her latent power to explode. Seeing this, Rocco realizes Luna has extremely high magic talent, and this can only mean one thing. She is the lost prince, and he wants to use her for his own benefit. Just then, Alicia appears before him, shocking him, and he asks where his men are, and then Cran arrives and tells him that all of his people, and friend, if you enjoy this epic anime and want next episodes, so don't forget to like and subscribe the channel now.